around. One of the sets of policies, or at least the basis on which policies could be developed, is the need for us to create financial mechanisms which are able to identify and evaluate the value of ecosystem services. Because forests are not merely a source of timber and the conventional products that come out of forest areas, but they are also a vital part of human and other animal systems whereby these ecosystem services are being depleted as a result of deforestation. And may I say that the ecosystem services that are derived from forest areas are often the mainstay of livelihoods of the poorest of the poor. Therefore, if there's a reduction in these services or degradation in the quality of what people can derive, that affects livelihoods in a very serious way. The benefit of coming up with financial mechanisms that clearly arrive at some value of these ecosystem services is that this would provide us with a basis to incentivize the maintenance of these ecosystem services and therefore of the underlying forests that provide them, but also as a means by which we can come up with regulations and taxation systems that would ensure the sustainability of these ecosystem services. So it's really a question of accepting the fact that what gets measured gets managed, and if we've not been measuring ecosystem services for what they provide and the value that they have into human livelihoods, then clearly we have not been able to manage the degradation of these services. And may I therefore emphasize once again that it's critically important that in the countries of the Asia-Pacific region we come up with much better valuation systems by which we can ensure proper values being placed, dollar values being placed on ecosystem services. I do want to mention a few very heartening developments that have taken place. In the case of India, for instance, we have something called the Joint Forest Management Program, which has evolved over the past 20 years or so, since the mid-1980s in particular. This is something in which my institute has been heavily involved. And the way it works is that you assign a value to ecosystem services and a kind of an attributed benefit that's provided by ecosystem services, and hence you come up with an institutional mechanism whereby local communities that are the beneficiaries or the sufferers on account of changes in ecosystem services